Let me do something. This could be the intro. Oh my God, guys! I said a bad word on RadsCast.
That's the intro. That's the intro. That's the intro right there.
Welcome everyone to another edition of RadsCast, the most consistent, inconsistent podcast in the entire world, and also the greatest. So make sure you subscribe if you enjoy. I'm joined by Bray and Woodz again. Woodz is not showing his face, disgraceful. And Bray is here, of course.
Woodz is a disgrace.
The chief scout. Today we are discussing Forest being fantastically bad at signing players. We've signed 2 players so far. And at the time of recording, we're recording this Sunday evening, and you're seeing it Friday evening. So we probably signed about another 10 players since then, knowing Forest. But yeah.
All Olympiacos reserves.
Pretty much.
By the way.
Just Olympiacos players, really. Or some random lad.
Also, continuing from the most inconsistent podcast ever, I think we've got more inconsistent than Amiobi in actual football games.
I just realised something.
I think so.
My upload schedule is now more consistent than David's.
Is it really?
Yeah, because I upload like every 2-3 days.
So do I. I always have.
Yeah, but that's not counting streams.
That counts as content on the channel.
This is a great way to start off.
This is a fascinating way to start the podcast. Let's get on with it, shall we? We're going to discuss players we've signed and players we've sold, mainly Deadwood, and pensioners like Glenn Murray may be able to sign soon. And I think we're going to discuss just how it being serious ones, how bad our recruitment policy is really.
I think we should first start off with the youngest player we probably ever signed as a football club.
I think so, I agree.
James Garner, joining off Man United on loan after having this first off of the season at Watford.
I think a lot of people are pretty happy about it from what I've seen, but I don't know whether this is a bad thing, but he doesn't look that thrilled to have signed for us. Can you believe it? When we are
look at his face. He doesn't look the most thrilled for anything, does he?
I've seen pictures of him even in the United shirt, and he doesn't look happy. So that might just be how he is. But
I mean, on his Twitter,
he's from Birkenhead and he plays for Man United. I'm not sure that he's ever so happy.
Very true.
I mean, you just have to look at his Twitter.
I remember when I was I have a random Bray story. When I was sat in my front room reading the Forest app when I told my mum. She's northern like me, so she knows all the accents. And I was reading through the thing, and I said, "We've signed," because I told my dad that we were linked with him earlier in the day. And I said, "Oh, Dad, we've signed this Ghana lad." And then I play the interview, and my mum says, "He's not from Ghana; he's from Birkenhead."
Wow. Pays attention to football, then I can tell.
No, she doesn't care about it at all.
No. Well,
she'll come in the odd time during a match and say, "Oh, hi, let's hope that Forest don't lose," and take a few of our crisps. But other than that, I don't think she really minds about it.
This is fascinating, this podcast. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoy it and like the video for more. And let us know as well topics you'd like us to discuss, because that's one of the reasons why we're very inconsistent.
Yes, because we have absolutely no ideas.
Pretty much. Genuinely. I'm not even lying. We don't. So let us know in the comments if you got to this stage. Only about 2 minutes in.
Me with ideas for players. Me with ideas
players for career mode
RadsCast.
And more to this video, the podcast ideas, basically. But as for Gardner, more like Gardner. Garner. Just call him Garner, David. You know the country Garner.
Just call him James.
James.
Yeah, if it gets too difficult, just call him James.
James. That's a nice name. James is a very standard but good name. James. 11 appearances for Watford this season.
If you've ever met... No, it says he had 20.
It's something like he started quite.
Okay, I do apologise. I read a wrong stat. He's had 20 appearances and 0 goals, 1 assist. So
he's a set-piece specialist with his right foot, which is something that we've really needed because we have a load of set-piece specialists with their left foot. We've got Lolly, Knockaert, Arta, kind of.
Well, Kravinovic can take set pieces.
Kravinovic is right-footed, so he can do it. But Garner, I love the fact that Kravinovic was probably coming in hoping to score a banging free kick, and then the next week, the free kick duty will be taken off him
and given to Mr.
and given
Knockaert.
to a random 19-year-old.
He's going to be great because he's got Uncle Albert's number, 37.
Yeah.
I think it's good though that we are signing a young player for once, not just signing an older player.
But for the remainder of the season,
that makes 1.
Yes,
we have,
and he is on loan, so it's not like he's ours.
We did sign a young player like 5 years ago.
Yeah, he's not like he's ours though, is he? He's just from United.
Is that Clough by any chance?
No, he doesn't count as young because
he came in very young.
He played like he was old and sad.
Like any other player that comes to Nottingham Forest Football Club. That's what it means. It means that he comes in and plays like any other footballer that comes and plays for us.
He scored one goal
that explains it.
Against a team that beat us, 5-0 the last time we played, and he shushed the crowd.
Yeah.
And it was only 5 minutes. He was like 3, 4, 5 minutes gone.
Literally.
So they had all of the time.
That could quite easily have backfired around.
Much like the majority of his transfer moves in his career so far.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And that's only been loans. And then,
imagine if you want to find out how bad Zach Clough is, then imagine Tyler Blackett and make him a forward, except slightly less than that because Tyler Blackett is absolutely horrendous. And then
the
that's pretty much
disrespect on Tyler Blackett. The disrespect.
I know.
Does he deserve respect?
Absolute baller.
Yeah.
It is his fault that we weren't in the playoffs last season. Well, it partly was because Reading got absolutely fiddled at the hands of Swansea.
Was he even playing?
He should have been. He came on at centre back when the score was, I think, 1-1.
Oh, right. I didn't even know that.
Yes, and then he decided to be unable to man-mark, head, or kick, or correctly tackle a football for the rest of the 90 minutes.
Sounds like Tyler Blackett to me, that does.
Absolutely. He's played like 2 games for us, and that's more than we need to know that he is the worst player I have ever seen.
So, going from
Andrea Salenzi, eat your heart out. Tyler Blackett in the bin.
So, I think it's some stats you want to tell us, or is that it? Because
the only other thing I had on James. Just call him James. He has played in Europe before. Played 4 times in the Europa League.
He's a captain, so
Manchester United. So
apparently he's a natural captain. So I don't really care, just as long as
but it is good.
He's not the captain.
He's got European experience, which can only help. So
because Forest play in Europe, don't we?
Oh
yeah, we play in it every single year.
Yeah. We do that.
Well, I mean, England is in our dreams.
The EFL Championship and League One are both in Europe, so
yeah. If you get promoted, or if you bottle promotion, you then qualify for European football. So
it's like a.
If you get relegated, promoted, or anything, then you're still qualifying for European football. I mean,
top 7 in the Championship is European football. In our heads.
Well, we aren't top 7 in the Championship though.
Not this season, but we were last season, sadly.
So going from the youngest player to probably ever sign for Nottingham Forest in the past 10 years, we go from the oldest player to ever sign from Nottingham Forest for the past 10 years.
Who was the other one that we saw? There was a decade between the age of Filip Kravinovic. In fact, there is 12 years. There is enough for a kid to be in secondary school. Being born
so true.
He's old enough to be Alex Mighton's dad.
Oh, that is so depressing, man. Jesus.
Oh my God, he is.
Jesus, that's actually so true.
And like reasonably as well.
Yeah.
He's what, like 17, 18, and he's 37. That'd make him like what, 20?
Bloody hell.
Oh no.
Glenn Murray coming as a permanent deal, most likely, from Brighton.
Brighton and Hove
Albion.
Excuse me.
We've now, if this does go through, we'll have 3 ex-Brighton players. And
what a shock. And manager.
And
Brighton manager.
There's a
we'll
little
actually have more than that. You're discounting the history of a few of our players.
As for Murray though, he's played 5 times for Watford this season on loan and got no goals or assists.
Congratulations, absolute cracking player there.
Unreal.
Let's see him.
He used to be good in his day, but like we said, he's a pensioner these days in football terms. So I don't really understand why we're signing him.
To be fair though,
yeah,
he's probably the oldest player that we're going to sign this transfer window.
All but certainly.
And that's not hard, being as the majority
who
are
else
25.
Sign Gigi Buffon or something.
Oh yeah, end his career in Nottingham after all those years in sunny Italy.
We'll sign Raddad.
God's sake.
So
bombing down the way.
I think anyone could do better right now, couldn't they? So.
Well, not Tyler Blackett.
Sign the 3 of us up, in my opinion.
Well. Anyone could do better, but Tyler Blackett couldn't.
Hell, send an injured Ryan Yates.
I would literally rather play an injured Ryan Yates at left back than Tyler Blackett.
I couldn't go
like with Ryan Yates literally missing a leg than ahead of Tyler Blackett. He would produce more ball skills. He'd still have better balance.
We just appreciate the fact Gaetang Bong's our main left back right now. Because you're a bear
for the next 2 games.
Yes.
No, it's one more game, something like that. I think cup games like the apparently count.
We should move on to
Philip
of the Korinovich.
Yes, English.
Played 11 games in the Premier League this year for West Bromwich of the Albion. I don't know why I keep saying of though, but in the Championship though, where we're bothered, he played 40 games last year.
That is
3
an
goals
fact.
And assisted 4 goals.
7 goal contributions. How off it amazing.
Unreal, isn't it? However,
it's better than João Carvalho.
The one game he has played at the time of recording against Barnsley, he did all right. I think we can say that.
My man of the match.
He was probably the best player on the pitch.
Yeah.
Other than Brice Samba. Brice Samba was immense.
People, I was looking in the Forest group chat because they added me back into that for some reason.
Love to see it.
People were slagging him off at half time, saying, "Yeah, he's been good, but he's not the best player." I was like,
give him a go.
For Nottingham Forest, do you expect us to have all the best players?
Nottingham Forest.
And the thing is, though, midfielder comes in, slags him off before we've even touched the ball, compares him to João Carvalho. The first 2 things we do.
Thing is, though, it's good. Unlike James, Korinovich always looks...
Someone's good, other than...
He always seems to be interested and happy, which is a good good attitude to have.
If you ever want to find out what a neutral face, like what a true neutral face looks like, then just look at James Garner. It's a surprisingly common name, so I can never find any pictures of him.
I went on his Twitter when it was announced.
Look at this man.
Wow. Look at him. Even for playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, may not be the first team, he doesn't look interested. So maybe we shouldn't really read too much into that.
In his interview, he was on about how the history of the club and the change of atmosphere is the reason why he joined Nottingham Forest.
Wait a minute. Why don't we let's try and not slug off the new kid when we signed him yesterday?
Yeah.
Is this not what we just said that we didn't want to do with Filip Krunic? No, we're stupid.
It's actually very true. We're
Let's
hypocritical.
Just not do
we
that.
are hypocritical.
I wasn't.
I
just showed you a picture of him.
If somehow James Garner is watching this podcast,
he most likely is. He's an avid viewer of the Rads channel.
Absolutely.
We would just like to formally apologise for any harm.
Yes, they are sorry. I respect you from the start.
To apologise to people if we disrespect them in videos or podcasts.
Apart from Tobias Figueiredo.
Apart from him, anyone and Tyler Blackett.
Wait a minute, what did you just say?
Apart from we upset anyone, we just
right. James Garner. Since I know that you're watching this, you just need to take something into account. Have you gotten to know Gaetan Bong yet? He's the left back with the funny hair. It's like a man bun, except it's not quite. It's really high. He's like 30 or something.
That's the reason why he joined, because he knew that Gaetan was at the club. That was the main reason. Gaetan Bong. I've looked at the team sheet.
But either way, I'm just checking.
Join him.
Also,
he's number 13. Get your locker next to him if you know what's good for you.
Yeah, it'll be like learning off Lionel Messi.
Indeed, except better.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi is but a B-Tech Bong.
Inch perfect crosses. If you manage to get a locker next to Gaetan Bong and Cyrus Christie, oh man.
You're going to be rejecting or regretting
in between
anything.
Tyler Blackett and Gaetan Bong.
Not at all.
No, never mind, not Tyler Blackett.
I feel we should move on just for the continuity purposes. Let's talk about Sambasso potentially leaving. Hopefully he hasn't when you're watching this, but
he can't actually go anywhere because he's got an injury, so he can't pass any medicals, so he's staying.
That's fantastic. But let's at least talk about the rumour that he may have been leaving.
He was going to a place in Turkey that I can't pronounce, but I think it begun with an E.
Accurate.
I
just think it's
Ezepezspor.
So straight away, I'm thinking, why would you trade Nottingham for some small town in Turkey?
Ezepezspor.
Yeah, for some small town in Turkey, even though you get scorching hot suns instead of.
Why would you ever want to do that?
There's a place in Turkey called Batman.
I'm going to go visit there with like.
This is what you get on RadsCast, by the way. If you're watching this and you got to this stage, subscribe, yeah? Subscribe and follow my Twitter. Don't follow Woodz, though. Don't follow Woodz on Twitter. Just follow me.
He is bad.
Anyway.
Do you not want to see the absolute masterclass that is my Joel Lolly profile picture?
No, actually, no, that is actually fantastic. You should check that out. And follow Bray as well. Being serious. Follow us all, because why the hell not?
Batman.
This is going off topic. Yes, again. Let's talk about. I think we've all.
Let's look around the streets of Batman.
I think we've all
I'm really going to hope that his hero is Gotham. In the night.
So then we go on to
the city of Batman needs me.
We go on to the rumour that Mr. Harry Arter has told Dan Gosling not to sign before he signed for Watford, because that happened. He said to Dan Gosling, "Don't come to Nottingham Forest."
Can you blame him?
I can, because he would have been 5th choice centre mid then. Somehow managed to get behind Jack Colback.
I mean, why would anyone want to sign for us, though? Really? Why would they want to come to us in a relegation battle?
Oh, there was another player that we was linked with. He's currently got 13 goals and 3 assists at the age of 27 for a team that is 2nd bottom in League One.
Thanks for the specification.
And what is his name?
Child Park.
What is,
what
is this podcast? That could be taken out of context.
Hello, mother.
I can't be
mother
bothered to remember
who
his
also
name.
lives
so
in Batman as well as me. Do you mind if I would be to
AFC
go to the
Wimbledon.
child park on this fine evening?
If you search up AFC Wimbledon, he should be one of the strikers there.
Child.
Let's stay on topic for once. Harry Arter, let's talk about him. He hasn't been great. I think we can say that. I personally would keep hold of him, but if he's saying don't join us, then maybe he should go.
I think it can put a bad reputation on our football club if one of our own players are saying don't join Nottingham Forest.
You can tell that he definitely doesn't want to play for us, really, does he, Harry Arter? Why would he want to? If you're saying that.
I think it's just really the toxic mentality of some of our fans. That we are better. We are technically better than what the table shows, but we aren't better than what the table shows because on the pitch we are absolutely dire.
Absolutely.
Haha, rude.
Bang average. We're worse than Eric Dyer on the pitch.
No, respect Eric Dyer.
To be fair, actually, yeah, he's not bad, to be honest. But that was just me. Okay, I apologise, Eric Dyer, if you're watching this. I know you're an avid viewer, just like James is as well. I'm sorry. Okay, Eric Dyer. Anyway,
I'm gonna actually search up this striker's name because I remember it.
Shall we move on? Let's move. We've only got 3 more players to talk about. This player played so much football for Nottingham Forest. It's unbelievable. Only with us for about 4 months. Nicholas Ioannou. Only played 5 times. And in about a month, he's played 3 times for a Greek side and scored a goal. So he's really done better for them.
Yeah, but have you seen the goal?
No.
It was rubbish. It was a corner.
It
was a corner that was like bobbling around in the goal mouth. And it hit him awkwardly and went in.
What was actually the point
the striker's name, by the way? It's called Joe Pigott.
I've heard of him. Bray's just on Google. What's that?
Oh my God, Bray. I think we should just cut Bray out of the podcast from now on.
Not taking it seriously at all. We're professional on this channel, and this is how you're
definitely
treating
professional.
Us.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we don't at all just go completely off topic in every video and stream. Anyway, Nicholas Ioannou, what a waste of money, time, effort, everything really. And I don't understand why we got rid of him when we've got Gaetang Bong and Tyler Blackett as backup to Ribeiro.
Well, that's the exact thing we've got Gaetang.
Johan? No, Ioannou.
Johan.
Not Balawan, Ioannou. Bit ridiculous, really. That's just Nottingham Forest, though. Let's just move on from that. We've only got 2 more players. This player played so much football for us. It's unreal as well. Zach Clough going to Wigan. And Darinko as well. Talk about him as well. Both going to Wigan to be in a League One relegation party. I feel very sorry for both of them, particularly Darinko, because he was actually good.
And he was a Nottingham-born lad, born in the Meadows near the City Ground.
Yep. And the only actual right back that is a Nottingham Forest player permanently is Carl Jenkinson, which is quite bad.
We have not set our sights on a single right back.
Not one. I mean, losing that one certain player for Aston Villa didn't really help at all, but we did do a very good job.
What, Henry Lansbury?
Yeah, of course.
He is. Maybe we also talk about Henry Lansbury going to Bristol City.
Oh no! Please, God, don't. It was just a joke. I don't want to hear about Henry Lansbury, please.
Going to Bristol City from Aston Villa.
So it's about 4 years bench warming for Villa, getting a load of money. So, yeah.
He wanted to play a few games.
So what? He went to what?
He's gone Bristol City.
I have a load of Bristol City fan friends. Now I can tell them very kindly that he is absolutely terrible. He'll have 1 game where he'll be an absolute world beater, and that will definitely be against Forest, but I won't tell him that.
Oh, 100%. It will be against Forest, almost certainly.
Mm-hmm.
I think on Clough and Derinkwa, it's a little bit ridiculous.
So he has done. Look at him. He's
He has
in
indeed.
the shirt and stuff.
He's in red again, but the wrong.
Look at his. Look, are we just gonna ignore the mustache he has?
Yeah, it's shocking.
It's a bit sus.
Seriously,
he looks
why
like
did we sign?
He's either a caterpillar or he stole it from Spencer.
Why did Clough stick around with us for such a long time, and why did Derinkwa even get sold? I know he had an injury, but he was the best right back we had.
Derinkwa is only
Zach Clough was for the, what we like to call it, the money that we was paying him for not absolutely doing nothing.
Yeah. He hasn't played for like 2 years, literally.
Yeah.
Forest, anyway. Why was he still being paid more money than most people to not play or even get close to playing? It just is everything that's wrong with our recruitment, really, doesn't it? And same for Derinkwa in ways.
The head of the recruitment staff is Big Man Varentzos.
That says it
Big
all.
Man Barak.
I think we should. This is not talk about transfers. But let's talk about Lewis Graben, out of form, and he's captain. And Loud Taylor, who scored 5 goals this season, is on the bench every week.
He shoots like a vegan in an animal park.
We would have won last game if he decided to not be an absolute drumstick and decide to actually try and shoot on goal for once.
I just cannot understand.
All
season, Graben has been a shadow of what he was last year. Like many players, he's put maybe his captain to make him have confidence, but he quite clearly isn't working. Wall is one of our own, and you can tell he's the only one that's actually trying, really.
Why was that stripped? Without the armband.
Exactly, yeah.
Why
was he stripped?
Wait, this is... I need to tell you something which is absolutely disgraceful. And you will... Right. In the comment section of James Garner Joins the Reds, I have commented best lineup. Samba, Christie, Worrell, McKenna, Ribeiro, Garner, Yates, Knockaert, Kravinovic, Mighton, Taylor, and he said Worrell is rubbish.
I'll block that.
Excuse me.
Forever. Yeah, he's the only one that
not in possession
tries.
of. Go and commit step on Lego.
He quite clearly is not an actual Forest fan or even watches football. Because he's the only one that clearly is angry about our situation, along with like the likes of Yates and players like that. It's just... we're not going to get into the state of the club because we all know what it is, but it's just... it kind of sums it up when an out-of-form striker is your captain. Why is a striker even captain anyway? I think it should be a midfielder or...
All the players that actually want to play football for this club are sat on the bench.
Mighton, Taylor, literally, yeah, just to name a few.
Bolly as well.
Yeah.
Yes. The most Forest wanting to play for player ever, Tyler Blackett.
We've got the likes of Christie, who never looks arsed, and
Carl Jenkins.
Players like Graben, who's out of form, and is bong even the football.
Hang up, guys. Hang up. We've all got to remember
I'm not convinced
that Tobias Figueiredo got a cut on his head.
Oh yeah,
Possible
did you see
concussion.
That? It was shocking.
He's another one that's gone off a cliff this season as well. Figueiredo. It's just, I think one more thing
It is a possible concussion for Tobias Figueiredo.
Yeah.
Meaning that we might be able to see a defender actually being able to defend.
No, we won't.
Imagine, let me just put out, this might be a little bit of a wild, wacky idea, but why don't we play a player that we signed for $4.5 million from PSG? Give him a go. I think that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Plus, he's young.
Maybe. One more thing we should just talk about is obviously one of the games that have happened by the time you watch this, but the next month of fixtures are absolutely vital, really, aren't they?
Coventry,
Wickham, Rotherham and Derby are the main ones. Those all relegation candidates. Unfortunately, I have to say that. We have to win all 4, but I absolutely guarantee we won't because we're Forest.
We, you know what? I can see this happening. Losing to Derby.
It's just going to happen.
Don't.
I actually think it will.
Just don't.
I don't want it to ever.
Don't.
On
So
live
what I
stream,
suggest
I've
is-
got to react to us losing to Derby. I can't go through that.
I just want live stream Derby.
It's a massive game though, but maybe to save us, I might not. I probably will though. But
Derby have won the last 3 home games, the 3 games in the league.
Exactly. Derby are actually starting to look
shank
good.
them.
But exactly the time to play us.
Since when?
Well, they're winning. They're winning.
They're winning games, which we aren't.
Blackburn.
Look, it's
Bournemouth.
Tobias Figueiredo.
Blackburn, Bournemouth, and
Look at his
Swansea.
head.
Let's just forget about Swansea.
Look, he's been fiddled by something.
Yeah, that's what I was on about. That could be a possible concussion.
At least he won't play next game. I'll be really angry if he plays next game.
Scott
for his
McKenna.
safety. Yeah, for his safety. That's what I'll be angry for his safety.
Scott McKenna, the only reason why he's out at the moment is because apparently he's done something to his ankle.
Yeah.
The best thing that could happen is he's rolled his ankle on the pitch. Meaning he won't be out for long. It could just be like a twist of the ankle.
Yeah, because it wasn't on the team news, so it's got to be like the day before.
Yeah.
Also, guess what? Ryan Yates is going to be back in like a week.
Houghton has confirmed that he won't be in the midweek game. So,
well, I guess then there we get to see it appearance from
we'll finish talking about the fixtures. Blackburn, you never know what can happen with that. And Bournemouth out of form. Bournemouth
very
lost 3 in a row. And Swansea, let's just forget about that one because that's going to be a defeat. But it's a huge
Swansea.
It's a huge one.
Well, you're going to get to watch. You're going to have to watch the Swansea, aren't you?
No, I can watch Bournemouth, Rotherham, and Derby. I can watch those.
Well, Swansea's on telly, isn't it?
If it is, then I can definitely watch that as well. Hopefully.
Nice.
But at least 3 games in the next month. I can actually do an actual watch along, not just pretending like I know what's happening.
Easy.
But yeah, you know what? I think we'll wrap it up there. That's about it. I don't know how long it's been. It's been
are we done now?
Well, what else can we talk about?
Al finito.
You know what? Let's be plastics. Bundesliga.
Let's pick a Bundesliga team to support first of the season.
I already support Dortmund because that's where Erling Haaland is.
I'll support.
And I'm allowed to.
I'll be depressed in Germany as well. I'll support Schalke.
I've always done it. So my German team is Bayer Leverkusen.
You are sad.
I don't know why we're discussing this, but if you have enjoyed this second episode of RadsCast, very, very professional as always, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Follow us all. I'm going
to make every single Forest fan depressed at once.
Follow us all on Twitter as well. It would
remember
be appreciated.
To eat your cheese.
Matty Cash is actually performing at Aston Villa.
And yeah, lads, thank you for watching. There'll be a live stream tomorrow for probably
remember to insert digestion of cheese into your daily.
Goodbye.
Shut up. Remember to insert digestion of cheese into your daily routine.
What the hell am I doing? I'm just sitting here at the end of the podcast eating cheese. Let's just have some more. You can't go on each other. Don't you know? But if
Pretzel.
you have enjoyed this absolutely quality content, Woodz, that's your camera. Can you believe it? If you enjoyed this quality content,
there's a rare
God knows when the
sighting
next
of Woodz.
episode will be, but it will be at some stage in the future, believe it or not. Let us know ideas, what we can discuss.
I mean, it's not going to be in the past, is it?
Let us know ideas, what we can discuss, because we quite seriously need to know.
Woodz is fiddling his camera.
I can't do a bloody outro, can I?
No, you can't.
I'm
going to stop you every time. What is he even doing? He's always gone now.
On that note,
Owly is
cheers,
disappointed
lads.
in him.
Oh, the bloody Reds. Subscribe.
Cheese.
Enjoyed.